So why am I showing you a picture of a redneck plunger plastic gun with a rubber tip plunger? Well, people, if we lose our freedoms, it's because we deserve to. Yep, the firearms don't have brains, but they're always accused of planning murders. They lack feelings, but they're called hateful for its very existence. And it's become the symbol of many misguided Americans of a society anymore that it's unreal. One thing about the firearms, they don't have blood or a heart or anything flowing through them to give them life. The only thing that can bring them life is another human being. By loading them and pointing it at people or pointing it at game. That's the only way they come alive. But they keep trying to pass the responsibility on to the gun who doesn't have a brain. Guns don't misfire, you know, not on their own. Our American founding fathers decided the right of the people to have bullet-firing tools was so important to the nation's existence and survival, and from protection from tyranny, and also from each other, that they wrote what we called the Second Amendment to the Constitution. Now, we had a kid last week, poor kid. He wanted to see his mom. His mom was in jail. She was in there doing time. So, anyway, to get himself thrown in jail with his mother, he grabbed a gun so that he could get arrested so he could go to jail. You know, they got these people, all they want is, they live in an environment in which strangers frequent the home all the time. Drugs are a common sight. That's a bad upbringing with a poor role model, and they don't make model citizens at all. Many misguided Americans want guns banned for any reason they can find. Even after Oklahoma City bombing, in which no gun was used, there was an outcry for more gun laws. That made no sense. But it's no surprise. These people have lost touch with reality and with the Constitution. They want to strip Americans of their right to keep and bear arms. They forget what gun registration and confiscation have produced elsewhere. Hitler used this very policy to squash his opposition in Germany. Gun control isn't laws. It isn't trigger locks. It's responsibility. It's not the place of the government in a free society to enforce morality, and certainly not to raise children. It's up to each one of us. Parents must be responsible for their kids, their learning, their morals, everything. Everybody must police themselves. If we don't do it, well, then we get the government we deserve. We get the laws we deserve. Firearms are tools in a free society, tools that maintain the balance of power between government and the citizens who give the government its authority. When the people have no firepower to back up their wishes, government can run roughshod over the entire population. That's why the Founding Fathers wrote the law. Tools are a weapon when people use them to kill others, whether it's a pipe wrench, a knife, a gun, and they're used in this way because people forget such elementary lessons of thou shalt not kill. Those lessons come from the home, not from law. That's about all I gotta say. There's a whole lot going on in the United States. We need to put the responsibility of what happens on the person who's responsible, not the tool used. People die every day on the roads. Do they blame the car? Do they blame the truck? Do they blame the stop sign that got knocked down by some kids? No. They blame the person. And that's what they have to do with the firearms. The responsibility is in the person's hand who has the weapon. We've got a big drug problem in the United States of America, and it's not being worked on whatsoever. Somebody's getting kickbacks, and when there's money to be made, people get corrupt. Okay, anyway, that's what I wanted to say about firearms today, and let's hang on to them, people. I don't want no damn king or queen in there telling us what we can do and what we can't do. We're still a free society, a free country, a free nation. Let's keep it that way.